skin it.
Honk.
A goose?
Big goose.
All
That
hard.
is a scary thought.
Oh god. We have geese all over the place in my town, as do probably most towns in the Northeast. And they're just so poopy. And so whenever I think of the, like, would you rather fight the duck-sized horse as a horse-sized duck, it just made me think of a horse-sized goose. Just how gross that would be.
See, it's really funny is because just circling back to the what pet, real or fantastical, what I have is like my chosen one. Of the ones that were on my brain, like the one that was definitely taking the lead is just, I would just like a crow that spoke perfect English. Because crows are the best birds on the planet, and I would love him to just speak to me like a human. And then number 2 was a goose that could speak perfect English. Because that's my second favorite bird.
Do you actually like them as birds, or do you like them as targets?
I adore goose or geese.
Huh.
I have a goose emote. I have a honk emote. I honk at my audience. And I adore the idea of geese. I think they're adorable. It stems a lot from my grandma.
He was a goose?
My grandma, no, she was a goose, but no, my grandmother on my father's side,
Is that the one?
growing up, they had like pretty
goose.
much their entire house was decorated as with like geese plates, geese drapes. They had like old porcelain geese knickknacks. I think a goose honk is probably the single funniest sound on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you played Untitled Goose Game, Penta.
I have.
It's solid fun. I enjoyed it.
Once you live out your fantasy as a goose. I was like, why is that goose stealing that man's phone?
Yeah.
Because he's a goose.
It wasn't a fantasy of mine until I played the game, and then I understood.
It's just what they do. And I've been attacked by a goose. So like I've lived both sides. In fact, of the animal kingdom, I've probably been attacked by more bird species than anything else. And I say attacked, but more like, you know, antagonized. I think only like 2 or 3 of them were like actual, like, real life animal attack, and that was like pheasant. Don't mess with a pheasant.
Yeah. My parents have turkeys that roost in their yard. Kind of in the neighborhood, and it's like a flock of 50 or something like that. And they're super benign, except for the bulls will sometimes get like really angry.
They get a little attitude. They get grumpy. They're like old men.
Yeah. Yeah. But because they're also dumb birds that cannot recognize their own reflections, they will fight with their reflections constantly.
Yep.
And so my brother had one of his friends visiting for the summer because he was doing something at like one of the local universities or like a hospital. I forget. He was working at Boston Children's Hospital in retrospect. But so he had this bright, shiny, like really bright, shiny truck. Bright red, and the bull turkeys would surround it and puff themselves up and really try and prove that they were the bigger bull than themselves in the reflection of his truck. And he found it extremely hard to leave every day because they wouldn't let him get near either because they were in aggro mode. So you would just have to like slowly back up and just really hope that the turkeys didn't decide to scratch his paint job or go under the wheels.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
My we had kind of an adopted grandfather for our family, and he had a massive turkey ranch and peacocks. And I learned to hate
peacocks are
both of
fun.
those birds. God, they are so obnoxiously loud all the time, though.
Yeah.
And because turkeys are, as turkeys are, anytime the peacocks would start going, all of the turkeys would start going. Just in response, and you could not get any sleep around that house. I don't know how they put up with it for so long. But it's like, as a
adapt.
kid... Yeah, when you're a kid, like, you go, oh my goodness, they're making a funny noise, and then after 2 days of it, it's not funny anymore, and you just want to go out there and kill them all for screaming at all hours.
It's really no different than like living on a farm, and just like people who would think that I was like, are you crazy? Like, how do you actually get shut eye when there's just chickens and
Wonder
all this stuff?
You
and
just
all
get
these-
dead
all
to
these-
it.
Did you
And I'm
grow
just
a
like, it
tree inside our
becomes-
house?
No, they just pop up.
Sorry.
becomes part of the ambiance, and it actually, funny enough, once you get used to a certain thing like that, it's actually jarring when it's not there.
Because then you know something's wrong.
Yep. Like
Right.
like if you just go out of town and you're in a hotel and you're like trying to sleep and you're like, man, I actually can't sleep without like random, wilderness sounds.
I feel like I could get used to turkeys, but I will never, ever get
Turkeys
used
are
to...
Turkeys are pretty quiet unless they're freaking out for some reason, which is surprisingly rare.
No, I will never get used to peacocks, though. Peacocks are the most obnoxious birds that I have ever had to deal with.
You ever dealt with a
If you
pheasant?
out-
I haven't, but I assume they can't make quite as loud of a noise as the peacock scream that they do at all hours
No,
of the day.
but they will damage you. They will. Ooh.
I think we can just... I don't know why I'm bothering to run around outside
Oh, yeah.
at night.
We can bed.
You say that, but I'm also like 7,000 miles from house.
Oh,
Oh,
never
fair
mind
enough.
then.
If you ever go to Croatia, there's an island just off of Dubrovnik where they filmed a lot of Game of Thrones called Lokrum. And some Dutch traders who just left a bunch of peacocks there.
Oh no.
I think they couldn't sell them or something. And so the island is just overrun by kind of this endemic peacock population. Which really is not actually that bad because they're pretty harmless. But it is very fun going there and looking at them just because peacocks are kind of big, dumb birds. And then you don't have to worry about sleeping near them. But because the population is so isolated, they're actually slowly becoming like an albino peacock population because they just that much inbreeding and not a whole lot of genetic diversity going in. And so they're actually kind of pretty, but yeah, you could kind of harass them by like toying with food. And so like you bring snacks for them and you can feed them out of your hands, or you can mess with them. So like chucked a cherry tomato at one and hit it in the butthole by accident, and it shot up into the air by like 15 feet. Which, I don't know, kind of abusive, but very funny. It was not prepared.
Ooh. Okay, that's a tier 4.
Speaking of, we could make Penta his carbon spear. Oh, wait, do we have the stuff to make carbon fiber? Maybe we don't. Is that in my textiles bench? I should look. These trees are obnoxious.
Where am I?
I love... All of the plants and things have grown too. Maybe we're just gonna have to deal with this every time it has a rainstorm.
Marty, did you make all that steel somewhere? I see.
No.
It's currently being made.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or no, I think
No, I don't see any
I already
steel
made
wood.
it all. I think somebody...
Oh boy. Use some of it.
I only
Okay.
I took 12 of it, and the rest of it should have been either the forge or the machining bench.
I didn't actually use any steel, so is it in here somewhere?
Because I have
only-
22 sitting in the machining bench. I could actually use some
Oh,
more.
if there's 22 sitting in there, that's pretty much all. Again, 180 iron ore only made 30 steel.
Oh, we just came back with, I think, a bunch more iron. So if you want to make some more,
Sure.
that'd be lovely.
I can do another like 200 or something. Just because the actual conversion rate is so much worse. Where did I put the charcoal?
Because I want to be able to make
here.
the biofuel stove next.
Where did I put the charcoal?
Oh, you can make it here?
What?
I didn't realize you just make it at the mortar and pestle.
Oh, yes.
Might also just be worth me putting 1 point into picking that recipe up.
It's a pretty important one, and there's 4 different ways to make it, including normal charcoal or coal ore.
Where do you learn how to make it?
It's off of...
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The sky.
The sky.
Is this guy?
Is so freaking stop making noises, wilderness. What are these creaking and croakings and
Charcoal and sulfur for gunpowder. So, oh, there's carbon paste. Where do we make carbon fiber? Do we have that unlocked? There's carbon
fiber?
paste.
This a
Apparently it is.
There's a cliff. Did I break my legs? No,
Ground
we're good.
shield,
Okay.
Carbon arrows. It's got to just be part of one of the things because I don't see an unlock. Or is it part of the forge?
What are you looking for?
Carbon
fiber?
fiber? It doesn't look like it's just a base
Sounds like it would be a
forge.
textiles.
It does, but I didn't see it in the textiles bench either.
Oh, sweet baby.
Let's see, off of the... Yeah, I know I'm gonna die of thirst. Is somebody attacking our horses again or something? What was that? It does not look like it's part of the textiles bench either. I wonder if it's like a tier 4 thing randomly? No, because they give us unlocks for it right now.
I mean, we also learned that in the tier 2 tree, there's level 25 stuff, which is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't trust the trees.
They do grow up directly through our houses. Oh, buffalo's right here. Oh, buffalo, that's right here.
Biome change.
And water.
I'm in danger.
Hmm.
Wait, why am I cold? Oh, it's because it's
Oh, you know-
nighttime.
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego? Part of the machining bench? It looks like a pole. It is not a pole. Oh, right. We were supposed to make some oxygen tanks. Is that what you were looking at making? Wow, 20 steel to make an oxygen tank. That's expensive. Oh, okay. So you do just make carbon fiber in the concrete furnace from carbon fiber paste, which I think is made at the mortar and pestle.
Is Marty a robot?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's very fun to listen to. Okay.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
figured
seem
it
to
out.
be fine.
Carbon fiber is indeed made from carbon paste, just in the concrete furnace. But carbon paste is aluminum, silica, organic resin, and epoxy, so it's a little bit involved to make. That being said, it probably wouldn't be too hard to get Penta the upgraded carbon spear.
Okay.
67 to
paste.
75 melee damage. Is that a big enough upgrade that you care, Penta?
How much?
67 to 75, and also 25% crit damage with spears.
I don't know how damage numbers work in this because every spear upgrade is only like 2 or 3 damage.
Yeah, that's true. The platinum spear is 66 to 70, so this is like 5 more damage than that.
I'm using a steel spear that I got for the quest reward. My iron spear is back at home until this thing breaks, and then I just won't repair it. And I'll just go back to iron spear unless by then we have carbon steel spear. But the upgrades are, from what I understand, they're pretty much just for the crit. What is this?
Oh, so it's the same crit damage as the steel spear, but it is like 10 more damage total, which is a somewhat sizable upgrade. There's also the obsidian spear. I don't know how we collect obsidian. Maybe it's a rare cave thing. But it has melee and fire damage with a 15% chance to cause burning on hit. I don't think that's how obsidian works, but cool.
Oh. So for the next tech up, we can already actually make cold steel, but it requires super cooled ice, and I do not know where that is.
That is a DLC, if I remember.
DLC for like the
what
Arctic
Vax said.
area.
Well, yeah, Vax said that there are DLC things on the tree. They have the symbols next to them.
I'll not pick those in the future. I
So
mean,
I
we
think the
can
symbol
go
on
to that
them-
map,
the-
but it would be
Yep.
a pain.
Yeah,
The symbol, yeah, the symbol.
the symbol is the map.
And we would have to go through the biofuel stuff to get the ice borer, and then that is capable of extracting super cooled ice or frozen wood from Arctic areas. We
That's
should
what I'm
probably
talking
work
about.
through biofuel though, right? For the deep mining drills?
Yeah.
I think Vac was working on that.
I can look into making it too. I do have the points available. Biofuel radar. Portable exotics detection unit powered by biofuel. Approximate directional arc shown on your map. Attracts animals while active though.
I don't want to die out here. Food low. That's fair. I've now found another biome, and it, as with everything else, seems tragically empty from my wandering. So I'm coming back.
I wish this game just had like random dungeons. Give me like any of the Halo facilities. You just go into it and it's just swarmed with something.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm trying to think, because like survival crafters. Like, I mean, I think that's probably one of the major things that's missing is like 7 Days to Die. It has like the points of interest that you like. Yeah, a lot of them are like mirror copies of each other, but it gives you something to kind of engage with while you're out and about.
Yeah.
Grounded is more of like a story-based progression where you just like naturally progress through biomes and see different things. This, I mean, to really discuss Terraria. Terraria is just like, it is what it is. Minecraft, it is what it is. This one just feels like the world is just very empty. And even the caves, which are kind of exciting to come across and find, every cave I've walked into is like a circular room with 4 worms and a couple of mining nodes. I haven't seen like a cave that's like, oh, this is the big cave.
There might be one of those,
Yeah.
but we couldn't even go through it properly until we get far enough in the tech tree to get the like dehumidifier and things that make it so you don't get cave sickness the second you're in there.
That is my only long-term concern with Icarus is, for me, that lack of involvement with like wandering around doing nothing will end up pushing me away.
Yeah. No, I think that's entirely valid. But on the flip side, we'll probably get bored of it naturally and then just move on to something else. And then it's kind of easy enough to just be like, okay, whatever. We'll come back to this later.
And you're
Yeah.
so far.
I'm trying to come home. I can't. I found another biome. I found a really cool lake that would be like awesome to build something on, but like,
But it would be even farther away from where we have to go for that other mission.
I mean, maybe.
Isn't the mission
Depends
we have to
on
go too
how,
far south?
Well, I'm now dying of hunger.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
but who knows?
That's a good point. So the story missions naturally progress through multiple biomes. I'm assuming going down there might only be good for the first 2 or 3 story missions, and then it's going to try to send us to a completely different biome, right?
Yeah, if we go, this is what I was talking about the last time. Is if we go down there and start the mission, it's basically like we're playing story mode in open world, but we chose open world to like play the like sandboxy spawn where we want to type of thing. If we were gonna go down there and do the story missions, we may as well just start over and do the story stuff. Because then it wouldn't naturally start us down there, and we would be able to go through it normally. But
Well, yeah, I think if we wanted to do the mission down south, what we probably do is just do a number of mission mode things. Leave this as kind of our persistent base that we come back to. But
It would
One
probably
thing
mean that we... Oh, wait, but if you go up and come back down, isn't it... Don't you not bring, like, your inventory
yeah,
with
so
you?
that's the point of getting the starting tools.
Yeah.
If there's the whole workshop, so you can start with like a good axe.
So it does mean that even if we keep this as a persistent base, we can't use this as a base of operations and do the separate story mode missions, like with the progress we've made here, other than our levels.
I think so. Though we could use this as kind of a means of getting certain resources that we need for those quests, like getting the exotics. But even then, that might be easier from the missions. I don't know.
berry bushes. Oh,
Berry bushes?
So we've got 2 questions: downed drone or crazed creature. And the crazed creature is hard. So I'm getting bear vibes from it.
The
considering
bear,
there's a bear illustration.
I think the bear was also a medium, so...
Oh.
Uh-oh. Flash storm, incoming rain and
Oh.
lightning. Grab a hammer, I guess.
my survival chances have gone from potentially risky with no food and dying of hunger to I'm going to die.
Is the stone house safe from the lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of our houses should be safe from lightning. We have lightning rods.
I just didn't know if the radius of the lightning rod made...
They're
it in the
huge.
house. Okay, cool. So I will stick in the animal house then to stop the wind from taking the walls and everything down.
Yeah. I don't know how much we need to worry about wind. Oh boy. Lightning rod was almost busted over here. I did not realize they had durability.
I'll be fine.
Any chance you can find a small rock to mine into the side of?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna die of hunger before I die of lightning. Or oxygen. I have no oxygen either.
Uh-oh. That one is bad. Although, do you have oxite available?
I've walked past a lot of it.
As soon as the storm goes down, I'll just come pick you back up again.
No,
And then we should go try
I'm-
the down drone.
I'm plenty good. That is if the timer doesn't, if the timer doesn't run out.
It
We
looks
have 12
like
minutes.
this isn't that long of a storm compared to some of the past ones.
No.
Which is good.
I just need to get back home. I've been holding a pee for like this entire journey. It's actually painful.
Oh.
I'll see the meds I'm on basically give me no choice on whether or not I pee. But that's okay.
Got you on a steroid or something?
Oh, diuretics.
Oh, or just yeah, no, that would do it.
Oxygen low, storm exposure, food low. We're fine.
I saw that. We just took 120. Yeah, I can't repair you with the hammer, Mr. Horse.
It wants to be comforted with your sweet strikes.
This is Baldur's Gate 3 with that one guy in the goblin camp.
Why do I... Oh, yeah, because it's probably storm stuff. I was like, why do I feel so utterly slow? Hey, exposure go down.
Yep. Flash storm over. Cool. I think I've got everything good here. And your buffalo is trying to come back inside to eat, but it doesn't know how doors work. It's gonna stay hungry, I guess.
pretty dumb.
Good job, orbital potators. Oh yeah, we still have more. What's it called? Keeper. Dun, 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 dun. Show me bear. Did somebody
Too
grab their
steep.
bear armor out, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
I haven't been home.
Yeah, don't worry, there isn't another bear hat for you yet. I still have to go find another bear boy.
Bear boy.
Another Barry Allen.
Da, 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 da.
Is that the Flash theme song?
I don't know. I have
I
no idea what
also-
the Flash theme song is.
I also have no idea. I mean, he had to have, but to my brain can't picture the Flash standalone show other than the live action one that they did. He had to have had one, right?
I
Oh,
mean-
now we have an even bigger stove.
So upgrade.
Upgrades, people.
Oh, the only problem is we need to actually get biofuel.
Yeah, we probably needed to keep stove until.
I mean, I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how easy is it to make biofuel. Can we just fill it full of
I
our
don't know.
raw meats and boiled meats?
Well, I have a
treats.
hell of a lot of rotten plants.
Rotten plants and
that
rotten
I've just
meat
been storing.
are everywhere because I do nothing but kill animals, and for some reason, I end up with more meat than we can ever eat. I blame.
Game
our
just needs to
effective
become
digest.
Toriko,
Oh, what?
where we can just eat
580
endlessly.
seconds until self-destruct. Oh, right. We're on a timer for that mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we want to take a couple stacks of wood and set up barricades and prep for that?
Sure.
Are we gonna have time to build around it?
I mean, that's like 9 minutes. We should have some time. How far away is it? Not that far. It's up to our
I will
northwest.
catch up.
Okay. I can go scout the area out, but I don't have building abilities.
I can build. Just gotta clear my inventory. Apparently juggling kitchen supplies is messy.
Ooh. We had some parts of our wooden roof that were like half HP.
After we do this quest, I can come back and properly stonify that house.
Yeah, for now I'm just preparing a little bit. I have some.
Are you here?
Oh,
Buffalo's just hanging out outside. I told it to stay inside the enclosure, and dude's just waiting for me.
oh yeah, he was
Okay, so
not inside the enclosure for that entire storm. I kept seeing him just standing out there going, "I'm cold."
I'm gonna head for the drone.
Okay, I'm actually gonna follow you over then. I'm not gonna take my horse though, because I feel like my horse will just get itself killed.
I really do just look like a bear. Like, I'm wearing a bear kigurumi. That's very funny.
Out of... Oh, I am out of oxygen. Never mind. 1 sec. I will refill my oxygen and then come join you.
Wife made ramen and I can smell it. It smells so good.
I can't believe I didn't get like a funny Kiguru move some kind when I went to Japan. I gotta make a list of all the things that I didn't do that I should have done and go back.
I want to go to Japan.
Did you go to a mommy bar?
A what?
There's the muscle mommy bar.
Oh, no, it was on our list to do, but we didn't have, like, it didn't fit in with the other stuff we were doing because it would have been, like, the second half of the trip, and that's when we were supposed to be meeting up with my brother in Osaka instead of Tokyo. I don't think they had one over there. But it was literally on our radar and on our list to do, and we didn't go. So we've gotta make a trip back for that. I just see Penta sprinting through a river. How come you're not swimming? Oh, there you go. I guess you were like along the rocks.
I was sprinting through the river for a moment there.
It looked very funny because you were like half submerged, but just sprinting incredibly fast like a madman.
I'm kind of disappointed there's no survival sandbox game where your character is just like actually inhuman.
I mean,
Like I just,
how inhuman are you talking? 'Cause there's-
I'm thinking like, well, I've been playing a lot of Caves of Cud lately, so.
So just like a level up tree that lets you not need tools in order to break open rocks and fell trees and.
This is actually an interesting question because I don't know if I know this, Marty. Have you played many traditional roguelikes, like actual like Angband, Caves of Cud, Adam, things like that?
I honestly don't believe that I have. I have seen a bit of it, courtesy of just, running with the Wholesome Verse and doing stuff, but I don't think I